Hey, what's going on? I'm Mike, and welcome to another episode of Smart Simple Digital. So let's talk about Facebook Live because that's something that everybody seems to be using right now, and I mean everybody. So many of the notifications that I now get on Facebook every day are invitations to go take a live look at the things that people are videoing in their lives at that particular moment. I've seen a lot too. I've seen it all. I've seen some really interesting, some really random, and some very bizarre moments shared on Facebook Live. And overall, the idea of live is really interesting. It's amazing, actually. Just to be able to get a live peek or to give people a live peek at the things that you're doing at any given moment, and to be able to do it all, to be able to use your phone to broadcast live to the world. I mean, that's amazing. But if the content that you're sharing on Facebook Live, if it's not interesting, then the entire affair can get very boring, very old, very quickly. So the purpose of this video is to share 4 tips. We want to share 4 tips, or rather 4 types of content that I think work really well for Facebook Live, and they'll help to make to ensure that your videos, that your Facebook Live videos are interesting, informative, engaging, and they'll also ensure, hopefully, that people don't tune you out, that people don't see your live notification come up and just decide to just delete it and look the other way. So number 1, the first type of content that I think works really well for Facebook Live, and perhaps for obvious reasons, is breaking news or citizen journalism. So if you happen to be witnessing a newsworthy event, something that an event that stands to tremendously impact your culture, your community, your city, or beyond, definitely consider capturing that moment and sharing it on Facebook Live. There are a couple opportunities there, a couple benefits. Number 1, there's an opportunity to shed light on a story and share it to the masses who may not otherwise see it. So you get to share a moment or shed light on a moment that might otherwise go unseen. And we've seen some examples of that in the media recently. Number 2, the other opportunity is that there's the ability to capture a moment, to share a moment with the world from a perspective that might not otherwise be captured by traditional media, especially if it's a major event and it's something that you are experiencing up close from the ground in a way that traditional media does not have access to. You get to provide a unique perspective. There's that opportunity there. So number 2, the second type of content that can work very well for Facebook Live is announcements. And many people already use Facebook as it is right now to share major events and occurrences in their lives, whether that's through a status message or with photos. But, live video can take that announcement to a whole different level, adds a whole different dimension to it. So, the next time, if you're thinking about unveiling a new project, maybe you want to announce that you're expecting a new addition to your family, maybe you're running for office. I mean, those are just a few examples. But consider sharing major announcements, your next major announcements on Facebook Live. And there's the benefit of being able to get instant feedback, instant reaction from your friends and followers. And if you really want to make a huge impact, try to set a date and time for your announcement in advance, and then several days before, start to post status messages to encourage people to tune in on that particular date and time, and see what happens. Number 3, Q&A sessions. So if you happen to be an influencer in a particular field, or maybe you're just knowledgeable about a particular subject, definitely consider using Facebook Live to host a Q&A session. And you can do this a couple different ways. Number 1, you can first set a date and time for your session, and let people know in advance when it's going to happen, when it's going to take place. And then also encourage them to submit questions in advance, or if you're really adventurous, go ahead and just take questions during the sessions. Just take the questions in and answer them as they come in. There are a couple benefits to doing a live Q&A session. Number 1, you get to interact with your Facebook friends and your followers, and really extend your brand if that's what you're aiming to do. And then number 2, there's the opportunity for you to impart some knowledge in the process. So you get to inform people, really share your knowledge with the people who are tuning in to watch you. Number 4, behind the scenes content. As I say, give people a look at the places, the spaces, the tools, and the processes that are integral to what you do and to make you who you are. Especially if you are using, Facebook in any type of way to, to build a brand, promote your business. If you're building or you want to just draw attention to anything that's you, give people that look, give people that behind the scenes look. So maybe if you're a photographer, if you are a photographer, for example, give people a look at your gear, or a live look at your workflow, a live look as you're setting up your gear for a shoot. If you're a stylist, perhaps, take people along as you are, putting together looks for a shoot or a show or something like that. But nonetheless, whatever it is that you're doing, just give people that live look into your world, and take them along on a journey and share a story with them in the process. Regardless of the type of content that you're sharing on Facebook Live, if you want to attract viewers and you want to keep people tuned in to what you have to say and to what you're sharing, just make sure that your content is informative, interactive, and creative. So if you like the content that I just shared with you, like this video, share it, like the page. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop a line below in the comment section, or you can hit me up on social media as well. And as always, stay tuned for the next episode. Take care.